Hi everyone. Today we are starting a new topic, optical phenomena and properties of materials. As you know, in the case of metals, there are free electrons and these electrons are very far away from the nucleus and they are not bound to the nucleus. They are known as delocalized electrons. If we can remove these delocalized electrons from the attraction between the nucleus, we can produce electricity. So there are different ways to remove the delocalized electrons from a metal. There are 4 methods we can remove it. First one is thermionic emission. By giving sufficient thermal energy, we can remove the delocalized electrons. And that method is known as thermionic emission. By giving sufficient thermal energy, we can remove the delocalized electrons. And the method is known as thermionic emission. In field emission, we are giving electric field. We are giving enough electric field to remove the delocalized electrons. And we can produce electric current by using these electrons. And this method is known as field emission. In photoelectric emission, we are using the light energy. Appropriate light energy, we are using it. And we can remove the delocalized electrons. And we can produce current. The fourth one is secondary emission. In secondary emission, we are giving fast moving electrons. And these fast moving electrons collide with the delocalized electrons and they can remove from the metal surface. So these are the 4 ways we can remove the electrons, that is delocalized electrons. It is connected to the metals. So first one is thermionic emission. In thermionic emission, we are giving sufficient thermal energy to remove the delocalized electrons. And in field emission, we are giving enough field, electric field, to remove the delocalized electrons. In photoelectric emission, we are giving light energy for producing to make free delocalized electrons. And in secondary emission, we are giving fast moving electrons. And these electrons can collide with the delocalized electron and it can be removed. So by removing these delocalized electrons, we can produce current. You know that movement of electrons will produce current. So by removing these delocalized electrons, by any of this method, you can produce electric current. And here we are dealing with the photoelectric emission. That means we are giving sufficient light energy to remove the electrons, the delocalized electrons from the metal surface. So you can produce electricity. So that's the name photoelectric emission. By giving, photo means light. By using light energy, we can remove the electrons, that delocalized electrons from the metal surface. And you can produce electric current. So photoelectric emission means by giving sufficient light energy, we can remove the delocalized electrons from a metal surface. And these delocalized electrons, after removing, we can produce current because the flow of electron makes electric current. So here we are dealing with the photoelectric emission. Photoelectric emission is first observed by Heinrich Hertz. He is a German scientist, physicist. Heinrich Hertz in 1887. Photoelectric effect is first observed by a German physicist in 1887. Before going photoelectric effect in detail, we are discussing an experiment related with the photoelectric effect. For that, we are using an apparatus which is electroscope. Electroscope is a simple apparatus which is used to detect the presence of charge or to find the nature of charge. Nature of the charge means it can be positive or negative. So electroscope is a simple device which is used to detect the presence of charge or to find the nature of the charge. So here we are using a gold leaf electroscope. An electroscope is a simple device. It is a delicate apparatus. So here we are using gold leaf electroscope. A gold leaf electroscope consists of a brass rod with a brass disc at the top and two thin leaves of gold foil hanging at the bottom. Charges can move freely from the disc to the leaves through the rod. So here the experiment is we are doing with the gold leaf electroscope. Initially the electroscope is not charged. So the leaves of the electroscope are very close each other. When we give a charge, for example, if we are giving a charge of negative to the electroscope, you can see there will be more number of electrons in the electroscope, and these electrons will reach the gold leaves, and because of the repulsion the gold leaves diverge. So this is the initially we are doing the experiment by giving a negative charge to the electroscope. So initially the gold leaves are diverged because of the negative charge, and we are keeping a zinc plate on the top of the disc, and we are allowed to fall visible light on the metal plate, that zinc plate, and you can't see any difference or you can't see any movement of gold foil with the visible light. That means visible light has no effect on the photoelectric effect here. But if we are showing the ultraviolet light on the zinc plate, you know that ultraviolet light is they are having more frequency than the visible light. Visible light. So what will happen? Because of the high energy, the electrons will be emitted and they are removed. So from the zinc plate, the electrons are removed, and zinc plate is connected to the electroscope. So electrons are removed from the electroscope. So what you can see, from the gold leaf also the electrons are removed. So what will happen? The degree of divergence of the gold leaf will decrease, and these two leaves come close. So this is the experiment. So from this experiment you are concluding what? We are concluding with the help of ultraviolet light from a zinc plate you can remove the electrons, and finally the electrons are removed from the electroscope also. This thing is not happening with the visible light, because visible light its energy is less than the energy of the ultraviolet light.